and gentlemen and boys and girls, and welcome back to our channel. My name is VI and thank you for joining us on another episode of Prison Architect. So first of all, I want to say a big thank you for all your fabulous support on our channel and also through our social media as well. If you've not already done so, please do subscribe down below and turn on the notification bell so you can be then notified when we upload a brand new video. If you're not already doing so, please do go ahead and follow us on our social media so that you can be then updated on everything what is happening with our channel and everything what we are planning to do over this next few months. So, first of all, I would like to say a big sorry with the way that I was in the past few episodes and with giggling. I can't guarantee if I'm actually going to be giggling again on this episode. But, well, as we are going along, we will be getting on with this beautiful prison what we have been making. So in the last episode we've actually extended our canteen, sorted everything all out as needed. So in this episode what we will be doing is actually extending our cells up here. Okay, these 4 cells, including putting in for common room with a pool table, 2 TVs, and making sure that we have got 5 phone booths. This is actually just to make sure that we've got like an extra 5,000 there, so we have actually got enough pennies in the pot. We have actually got 22,000 just over for that, so you can actually go onto your quick build to actually do your common room, but personally it's a bit too small. So what we will be doing is that we will be making our own common room just to make sure that we can actually get everything in there what we are needing. So to actually do this, we just need to pop into our rooms and actually search for common room. If I can find it, oh there we go, it's actually highlighted there. So we will be designating this room here as our common room. Now you don't really have to put nothing in there, you could just leave it as it is. So what we're going to be doing here is that we're going to be pausing it so we can actually get this sorted. So in here, what we are going to be doing, we are actually going to be then placing in some beautiful chairs, which we'll probably maybe needing for some of our programs for the drug and alcohol recovery for the groups. So we've actually done that there. We're actually going to be then placing in a couple of bookcases as well, just to make sure that it's all nicely done there, including a computer, a couple of computers. Actually, sorry, I just put 4 in there, and then also some phone booths as well. Now we do actually need 5 phone booths, 1 pool table, and also in here as well we actually need a TV. Now I'm actually going to be using a basic TV here and a basic TV here, and we're then going to be then placing a couple of sofas. So we then just put these into here like so. Okay, just a couple of basic sofas, just to finish this off, just like that there. And actually let's move that one there, and let's actually replace this TV down. Actually no, sorry, let's get a big TV for this one here, and then actually one big TV here as well. So we've actually got all that sorted out there, so we should be able to meet this requirement of a pool table, 2 TVs and 5 phone booths, and plus some extra bits and bats. So we can actually just whip that forward through there. So I don't know how long this episode is actually going to last today. It might actually be a small one, or it might actually be quite a long one, and my usual amount of about 40 minutes. So here, what we are going to be doing here, we actually need to bring this up to 50. Now initially with the plans what we have got, we can actually go up to about 48. That is perfectly fine, but we do actually need to get these here done as well, to make sure. So if we got enough time, we could actually possibly start on these here, as a possibility. I'm not too 100% sure if that's actually going to work, but we will try our best. Oh, I've actually just noticed that I haven't got a bench there. I need to make sure I've got that in there, just to make sure that we've got enough seats. We just need to make sure that we've got enough seats, that's all. So yeah, so let's sort out actually this extension down here. So this extension, yet again, just pop onto your foundations, go over to what you want in, and then we're then just going to start building this section up here. Okay, they're going to be doing this here and this here, so there is going to be quite a bit there to actually get done. But what we can do, when we've actually built these cells up, is then actually to sort out the flooring if we then got time. First of all, I just realised that I haven't actually taken my border off. So that's what we're actually going to be doing. So we do actually need to then assign 3 guards to a patrol. And that would then actually give us like an extra 10,000 in-game monies. So to actually do this, we actually need to go on to deployment, go on to patrols, a blue patrol, and then we can then set up the patrols there. So that's then going to be 1 there, and then we then just drop 1 there, and 1 there, chuck 1 in there, and then we then just deal with the canteen section, and maybe just like a couple in the yard, just right there. So we have actually got here yeah, I'm actually hoping that I've actually managed to keep this recording, because there's been a lot of issues actually with me and recording system today when actually recording this. So yeah, again, we are actually going to be doing literally like a block and recording, just to make sure that this is actually all fine. So it looks like we're going to have someone going into our solitary confinement there. They're not going to be happy, but well, it's just one of those things. We have actually got our paroles going on, and we've got our visitors actually going on there as well, which is perfectly fine. We've got no one in our infirmary or actually in the morgue. That's a good thing. We don't want people actually in the morgue. So here for our intake, we can actually... why is that only up to 30? I don't understand that. That's why, because I'm not actually designating my cells. No. Right, let's sort this out actually. Let's get all these done as quickly as possible actually, because we do need these done. I do actually need to put on the cell doors here as well, before I actually forget. So that's actually quite a simple thing to do. Just pop into the walls and doors again, onto the doors, and then just rotate these around, and then we've got some cells all set up, looking beautiful as ever. So we just pop it on here, just get these doors in as quickly as possible, because we don't want these guys to escape. Or feel like they are not actually doing anything major, and that is fine. So we've actually going to have about 44, roughly about 44 cells, and we are all going to be about like 6 cells actually short for this, and that is fine. But we do actually need to buy this bit of land down here as soon as possible, for like 320,000, so we can actually extend these down here and actually put then a beautiful fence going around. Actually, speaking of that, we can actually start actually doing the fences actually. Um, so I'm actually just going to put these on here like this. Put this around over to here. Let's get enough gap there to stop them from actually escaping from the yard. And then we can then just pop that there like that. Pop round to here. And then just put this down here like this. This is perfectly fine. We can actually do it like this. They're not really going to try and escape if they notice actually things like that in place. So hopefully they shouldn't be wanting to get out by any means. So initially we could actually extend this down here, and that if we wanted to, that's fine. But we have actually got enough of these guys here for kitchen wise. For the food to make sure that they're actually being fed and being looked after. We have actually got a staff room as well. So we should be alright. Now we can actually send this up here a little bit more if we wanted to get like an extra 6, so it's like extra 3 cells on each side. We do actually need to make sure that we meet our 50 there, just get like an extra 20. But we are actually ideally wanting this one down here as well for that. So actually in that case then, let's actually go on to this section here, and let's just build the area. So what we are going to be doing here, we're actually going to be planning out these cells now, just to make sure that we've actually got the 3 cells actually set up here. And so we've actually got our 3 cells on each side of that, just for the 6 to what we actually want. And we do actually need to try and extend this out here as much as possible. That is perfectly fine. But what we do need to do, and I do apologise if you hear the cars actually going off on one outside. They're just, I'm actually living on the main road area. So it is actually quite difficult because of noise levels, and I do apologise if you can actually hear them like zooming around. So what we are going to do is, I actually missed a light here, so let's actually get this light in here as soon as possible. Actually, let's just take that off there, because we do actually need these guys. Actually, what we can do, we can actually just do it like that, actually, and just keep like a two distance part there sorted. Then we're just going to then build our new extension bit up here, and that just for those 6. So we can actually just get those 6 people in straight away. And that's the whole point of this, is actually to try and reach up to the 50 capacity. So number 1, we can actually get the 20,000 reward from that. So we should be alright with that straight away. Now, I'm not too sure if my cooks are actually managing to keep up with the food amount, what we actually need in, because we've got no one in solitary confinement. That's perfectly fine. We're still actually looking at having the what is it now? Yeah, so we're actually still looking at the amount what we actually need in to actually extend everything through, especially with a line down at the bottom and around, so we can actually grow the necessary space up what we actually need in. Now these are actually all the shower stuff here. That's perfectly fine. We can actually deal with that anyway. It doesn't really matter on all the major bits with that. So what we are going to actually do first of all is that we're actually going to dismantle this here, come into here, and we're then actually going to just build this wall back up on here like this. And we're then going to come on to the foundations, and we're actually going just to remove these 2 bits of the wall here, and then just build up the cells as they're needed inside. of this new section here, like so, and we should then be able to then bring up the water pipe straight away. So for water pipe straight up, and this is why I actually like using this layout for the cells, because when you actually place all the water pipes in, and if it's like this here, it should be a lot easier for that. But always do keep in mind that they may try and escape my tunneling out, and by actually using the pipes to actually tunnel themselves out. So what we are actually going to be doing right now is that we're actually going to be getting our beds. I've already put these 6 here, really, to be honest with you, so we can actually get the 50,000 what we're actually needing. I don't want a wooden stool, thank you. I'm wanting the toilet, just for tatty that around. Then we just plop along and build these up as they're needed. And then we're then going to get our gel door. And we're then just going to pop in our gel doors just like straight away, just like that. And that is pretty much it there then, guys. So we're then going to reach our 50 when these have actually been designated out as being cells. And that's what we're then going to do there. So we can actually then get our 20,000 growth part. So we've actually got now 50,000 now. So we can actually just get this piece of land here. Now for you to buy the land, I've got to really massively state this to you. You do need to research it. You need to get your warden, research finance, get your finance person in, then go for the land expansion. Now, as you would have actually seen before in one of the earlier episodes, you do need to go for the extra grant so that you can actually then get free grants for you to maximise on all your necessary amounts of income, and actually the money what you are needing to build your entire prison up. These grants are really, really massively important for you to actually do that. So you've got to make sure that you are covering every single part of everything you can get actually from these grants. It's like this one here is actually putting it up to like 100. Okay, we're not going to be doing that just yet, and criminally insane win as well. So we need to try and concentrate on that. For tool cleanup as well. So it's like following a member of the number of incidents in other prisons involving stolen items. A group is performing studies on the distribution of tools and weapons throughout the prisons. This part of the trial involves trying to remove all such items from your prison population. So this is actually then likely to remove the supply of stolen tools and also the supply of stolen weapons. Now you can actually do that by using like metal detectors and etc. Now you don't really want to start putting metal detectors and cannot speak today. Metal detectors actually within your minimum security part of a prison. Now eventually when we do actually grow the land actually over, we will be using or moving this section here actually to elsewhere, then turning these into then medium security, then moving all like the minimum security somewhere else, or we can actually build a separate department and as such, and like another wing for the medium, but then actually ensuring then there's actually a kitchen and a canteen for those people to then use, because you don't want those guys to be going out and actually causing trouble for everybody else. So you do need to make sure that is actually then sorted as best as possible. So that this is why that you need to make sure that you've actually got enough money actually coming in, and actually also doing these grants as well, or even getting the long-term investments and the short-term investments. Those are actually quite important as well for that reason. So we are actually going to be getting some new prisoners in. So we've actually got 7 prisoners coming in just over 4.5 hours, which is then perfect. So then speaking of that now, so notebook page. Don't forget, do actually collect the notebook pages as well. If you wanted to see that, just pause it at that point, and that is perfectly fine as well. Give a read of it actually. I try not to read them because it does take a bit of time to decipher what they're actually saying. Now, if there is actually a game which you are wanting us to play, by the way, which we don't actually cover on this channel, do actually give us some beautiful suggestions down below. Do actually write it into the comments below. Also as well, we are actually trying to reach a subscriber base for our first main goal, to actually get 25,000 subscribers. So if you are actually new with us and you're not actually subscribed yet, please do subscribe. So as soon as we've actually reached our 25 target, that is actually going to be really amazing. That is, so then we can then actually focus on actually growing our channel then up to 50 subscribers, then 100, and so on and so on. So if you are not actually subscribed yet, please do actually subscribe to help us to reach our 25 subscriber target. Also do actually yet again turn on for notifications as well. If you do like this content and also all our other content, just leave us a like. Honestly, just leave us a like, leave us a comment as well. I do also try and reply back to comments as best as possible on a continuous basis. So please don't worry about that. Do leave us a comment down right below. So I'm actually going to be sorting out the flooring here. So I'm actually just going into the flooring, and I'm actually using wooden flooring for the reception area, and actually for the office and staff area as well. So we're actually just going to go straight up here like this, to be honest with you, and including the staff room as well. So what we're actually going to then be doing now, just very quickly, is actually just to pop in here just some lights. And to be honest with you, we do actually need lights in here, just to make sure that it's all nicely brightly lit. You can actually use the wall lights if you wanted to. I'll just use the spotlights because we've got the electricity there for that anyway. So have I actually got lights in this section here? No, I haven't. Why the hell did I not actually do that? So yeah, a good tip for you all. If you are actually doing a YouTube channel, make sure that you do not do bulk recording, because you do actually go pretty damn crazy with everything. I really should be taking my own tips and my own advice with this one. But when you're actually getting into a game like this, you just physically got to do it, because it really pushes you to a point where it's like what can I do to improve everything overall. And that is a major thing as well, and that you do need to actually work out on. So I've actually forgot to put lights in these cells here, so I actually needed just to put some lights in here. So I'm just doing that now actually, just to make sure I've actually got some lights in there, because I actually forgot to do that, and it seems a bit dingy and dark and horrible, and like, yeah, you don't really want to be in there when it's dark because of all the spookies, because of the spooky ghosts. So yeah, so we're actually getting all our flooring put into there quite easily. So we're actually starting on this section here, which is our reception area and all the office area, the staff areas. Why have you got severe? Hygiene, there's flipping toilets and showers for you to use, including sinks. You dirt brains, use them. Honestly, flipping use them. And that stop complaining about stupid little things, honestly. Um, Now, there, if you are actually very good at history, guys, there's been many of protests and riots in prisons, especially when it comes to the riots and etc. And of course, we've got the main prison here in Manchester. I will have to try and get the name actually for you, ready for the next episode. Um, that's it. It's a strange way, so I think it is here in Manchester, and they actually had riots over the treatment of personal hygiene and the toilets and etc. And just actually for general care, which the prison service was actually providing their prisoners. Now, everybody deserves clean water, shower areas, toilets, and etc. Including prisoners do as well. So it's just a basic human right for everybody to at least have those. So it's actually quite good and actually quite awesome to see that there is actually that basis actually in a game like this, to actually offer toilets and showers. Now the developers could have actually gone one step further, potentially for this. I think I might have actually missed the floor in here. Could have actually gone one step further, to actually provide the old style of prison, which would have actually to start off as the olden way with the lack of sanitary areas, and unless you're all the way through to what it is now, and especially with the toilets and the showers, what you can actually get in this game already. So if ever the developer or if the developers ever come across this, it would actually be quite interesting to see actually in this game to actually progress on from what it used to be like, for what the prisoners was actually trying to deal with, literally back in the day, and actually having a progression base type gameplay. So even if you actually set up a prison and that from that time, and actually then allow it to be then and progressed forward as actually a full gameplay, that would actually be really quite amazing to actually see. So if there is any form of a developer actually of this game who does actually watch this, please actually look into actually doing that, because that would actually be really amazing to actually see, and actually to experience on what it would actually be like to run a prison at that time, but then actually trying having the facts of the time for the protests and for riots and all that as well. That will be really amazing. So that will be actually a really great step forward for this game, to actually progress on perfectly. And of course with laws and everything else changing as well, it would actually be quite good to see actually some of the punishments from up-to-date laws, literally from wherever around the world. So it would actually be quite good to see the realistic type charges and more, especially for the prisoners, but also actually to then add in like extra things what some prisoners do actually go through as well. So that would actually be quite good to see. So it's just like a little, like, I think what I would actually enjoy actually seeing in this game, and maybe like other people as well who actually plays this. So yeah, so we've actually got these floors here anyway, after rambling on and that just a little bit. So yeah, so we managed to do that there. So actually, let's start this foundation here. Let's do this as a final thing for this episode. And what we can then do is on our next episode, when we come back on again, we can then actually set these bits up here to do another little tiny thing, which will be really amazing to do. And that is actually then to get all the other bits actually set up. Well, I just realised I've actually trapped a worker in there. Oh god, this is comical as hell. Honestly to God. The eye is being silly, and the eye has actually done something which the eye should have not done, and the eye should have actually seen it. But well, yet again, the eye has done something what the eye shouldn't have actually done, and it is a massive shame. So we've actually just widened this room up here a little bit due to the fact of actually doing something wrong, and it's not nice to actually do something wrong like that. So we've actually now got a smaller cleaning cupboard, and we've actually then got a larger laundry room, and also something else that I actually forgot what that was going to be there. So we do actually need to move this door. Actually, let's just move this door. Actually, can we move this door? Yes, we can actually. Yeah. Sorry. Let's just put that door there actually. And let's get this here actually all leveled up, and because as we're actually doing this here, like, yeah, we will be actually using this little tiny gap here and that for them ready to go in anyway. But we do actually need to make sure that we've got some other doors actually in place as well, so we can just put these doors in now, just as a thing. So actually, let's just get these walls actually built up now very quickly. Get this all sorted. Let's get this wall put into here, and we would then have to leave it there for this episode, guys. So as we actually going along and that for our next episode, and I do apologise on that with all the beeping, it's updates and etc. So yeah, so it's not much done on this episode, everyone, but we've actually managed to do actually quite a bit in one way. So we've managed to do the flooring there, we've extended this up here, sorting out these rooms here. So in this section here, we've actually got like another 10 there. We've managed to get another 10 down here, sorting out the common room, built these up here ready to go, and that for the next episode. And we've also brought some line down here as well. Now we will be moving this over onto this side bit here, to then allow to come down here into another section here, which is then going to be the medium security, where we will be doing very similar to that there, but we may actually need to get an extra piece of land, and that's fine. We can actually build that over a few episodes. So yeah, again, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much on that for coming right to join us on this episode. If you've not already done so, again, please do actually subscribe, turn on the notification bell, and do actually support us on our social media as well. If you are actually interested in purchasing this game from Steam, the link will actually be down and below, as always, with all our games what we actually play, so that you can actually go over and get the game as needed. Also, just to let you know as well that we will be actually introducing our merchandise, and actually sometime within the next, I'd probably say within the next few weeks actually after doing this episode. So our merchandise will be probably out before we initially start advertising it onto our videos here, our content here. So yeah, again, thank you so much to each and every single one of you. Please stay safe. So ciao ciao for now, and I'll see you all later.